there, my name is Heather Stevens. Welcome to the Wellbridge family of clubs. And I work at the Colorado Athletic Club Union, Colorado Athletic Club Tabor, and Colorado Athletic Club Monaco. Today's class that I will be showing you today is a yoga class. So it's more of a yoga stretch class. We are very cognizant that you probably have limited props available to you right now. So make do with what you have, maybe some books instead of blocks. And instead of a yoga strap, maybe you're using a belt from your robe, your bathrobe, or a belt that you would wear around your pants. And then instead of bolsters, what I have is I have another yoga mat that I rolled up. You can also use a large bath sheet, bath towel, and roll it up to make do with your props. So get creative. Also, just be aware that you're moving, okay, and breathing deeply. So we just want you to be able to move, find a little stress relief here, and just do the best you can, okay? So we're gonna get started today. Feet about hip width apart, bump your knees out a little bit, and we're gonna start with a few half salutations, just focusing really deeply on your breath. And take an inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Hands on your shins, come halfway up, flattening your back. Exhale, forward fold. Now soften your knees, root down to rise up, hands in front of heart. Exhale, there's your half salutation. We're gonna run through that a couple more times. Inhale, rise up, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Come halfway up, tight abs, flat back, fold again, exhale. Soften the knees as needed, root to rise up, hands in front of heart, exhale. Keep steady breath, inhale, exhale. Inhale, halfway up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, up tall, exhale, hands in front of heart. Inhale. This may be the only time during the day that you really get a chance to breathe. Take advantage of that. Deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping up, hands in front of heart, exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale. Nice and tall, create space in your body. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press on the shins, not your kneecaps. Exhale, fold in two. Root to rise, up tall and strong. Hands in front of heart, exhale. All right, everybody, one more time. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold in two. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands in front of heart. We're gonna do a low lunge series. So if you have your blocks, now's the time to grab them. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold in two. Right leg back, right knee down. Hands on your blocks or on the floor, your choice. All right, knee over your heel, check. Firm up your right glute cheek and pull your right hip bone up. That's gonna increase that stretch in your psoas muscle, which is so important right here. So firm up the right glute, pull up the right hip, take an inhale. Now half split. Exhale, shift your weight back, flex your toes, stick your sit bones out, chin and chest up, okay? We're gonna roll through that twice more. So lunge forward, low lunge, Anjaneyasana, right hip up, right glute firm. Exhale, shift the weight back, dig your left heel into the mat. Feel like you're trying to drag it back in the mud, but it's not going anywhere, so you feel your hamstring, high hamstring. Once more, inhale forward, firm up your right glute cheek. Exhale, back. Good, step together. Come halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Hands in front of heart, exhale. Let's go to the other side. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. Left leg back, left knee down. Do your little check, knee over heel, check, check. Left hip bone, pull it up, firm up your left glute cheek. Makes a huge difference in that hip flexor stretch. And then exhale, shift your weight back, lengthen, hamstring stretch. And then come forward. Right away, pull that left hip bone up, firm up that left glute, and then exhale, lengthen the hamstring. Once more, inhale forward, exhale back, bring it forward, step together, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana, exhale, fold, root to rise, inhale up, hands in front of heart, exhale, inhale, rise up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, flatten your back, exhale, fold in two. Hands on blocks or on the floor, right leg back, right knee down. Inhale, arms up, squeeze your right glute, pull your right hip bone up, exhale, back bend. Inhale, up tall, exhale, show me that little mini back bend, just getting started, and one more time. Inhale, up, back bend, exhale, keep that right glute firm, and up, hands to the floor, step together, halfway lifting everybody, flatten your back, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, hands in front of heart. One more time, inhale, up, exhale, fold, inhale, halfway up, exhale, down, left leg back, left knee down. Right away, firm up your left glute cheek, pull your left hip bone up, arms up, inhale, breath. Exhale, cactus arms, mini back bend. Inhale, straighten, tall, pull up out of your britches. Exhale, back bend, keep that glute firm. One more, inhale, exhale. Inhale, hands to the floor, step together, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Hands in front of heart. Exhale. Nicely done. Nice. Now, come down to your knees. So for a moment, take a moment, decide how you want to sit. Sukhasana, maybe there. And again, we're being mindful. More of a yoga flow, yoga stretch, very limited downward dogs, and no chaturangas at all. Meant to be more of a stretch, more of a restorative, and focus on the breath. So have your strap handy, whatever you are using for your strap. And like I said again, find your pose that you're going to be seated, hands on your thighs. Close your eyes for just a moment and give me 3 deep breaths. In, exhale out. Feel yourself root down through your sit bones. Feel the crown of your head reaching up to the ceiling. And blow the air out. Exhale like a heavy, happy sigh. No frustration, but a heavy, happy sigh. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Inhale, the arms up. Now bend to your right, either hand on the floor or forearm on the floor. Try to keep your left sit bone anchored. And then rise up, inhale. Tip over to the left, hand or forearm, exhale. Reach that arm long, create some space in your ribs. And then one more time, everyone. Inhale, up, tip over to your right, hand or forearm. Elongate that left arm, and then come back up. And then last time, bending. Keep the right sit bone anchored down, reach it, root it into the earth, and then come up. Right here, take an inhale. Twist to your right. Take your hand behind you, one hand on your thigh, and twist. And then rise up. Rotating your spine, exhale as you come through the twist. And once more, inhale, rise up. And exhale. So think about all the way your spine moves. You rotate, which is what we're doing now. What we did before was bending. Your spine arches and back bends, that's extension. And then it flexes forward anytime you're doing a sit-up. That is flexion. Flexion, extension, rotation, and bending. Now take it forward. Hands to the floor, head down, modified child's pose. Take a deep breath. And then come up. Nice. Grab your strap. All right, you're gonna lie down on your back and you're gonna take the strap into your right foot. So. All right, so right leg up, left leg down. Flex through that left foot like you're standing on your imaginary floor. And then let your elbows touch the floor so that you're creating a really nice posture. Instead of having your arms stretching up here, have them down. Okay, root that femur bone into the hip socket. Stick your right sit bone out to lengthen your waist. And hold here. Focus on your deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And once more in and out. Now take that strap, put it in your right hand, take the leg to the right. Take your left hand, put it on your left hip point, and keep your pelvis down. Keep your shoulder down. So those are your anchor points. Your left pelvis, your left shoulder. Feeling a nice stretch in your inner thigh. And then lift the leg up, switch hands, the left hand grabs the strap, and again, the elbows stay down on the floor. Reach the leg to the side, the right arm reaches out long. So now your right shoulder is anchored. Your right glute can come off the floor. And then let's just do a little stretch. So take your thumb, your right hand, put it right in your hip crease. And see if you can find a little more room, a little more space right in there so that that hip isn't hiked up. See if you can push it down just a little bit. And then back up. And now we're gonna go single leg happy baby pose. So bend that right knee, bring that knee right into your armpit. Now you can hold onto your strap or you can grab the pinky side of your foot and pull that knee into your armpit. So any strain happening on your low back, bend your left leg, okay? Single leg happy baby pose, one more breath. And then straighten up, give that hamstring one more little stretch. And then unhook the loop and then stretch that leg, lengthen that leg all the way down to the floor. And it should feel like an inch longer than your left leg. It maybe even looks an inch longer. All right, left leg up. Hook that strap over your left foot. So again, use what you have, get creative. Left leg up. Right leg long, foot is flexed like you're standing on your imaginary floor. Then pull those elbows down to the mat so that you open up your collarbone and chest. And then just hang out here, stretch and lengthen your hamstring. What else do we have to do right now, right? Good a time as any to work on that flexibility. An excellent time. Okay, put the strap in your left hand. Take the leg to the left. The right hand presses down on the pelvis, right on your hip bone. Keep it down and keep your right shoulder down. So that makes you engage the right side of your waist. So I'm working my right oblique right now by holding my side body down. And then lift the leg up. Switch hands, right hand, take the leg over to the right, both elbows down. Take your thumb, left side thumb, stick it into your left hip crease and see if you can find a little more room, a little more space. Because sometimes that hip likes to hike and we want it to elongate our waist. And then bring the leg up. And now you're going to go single leg happy baby pose. So pull that left knee into your left armpit. You can hold your strap if the flexibility is limited. If you can get a grip, hold the pinky side of your foot. If any pain is happening in your low back, bend your right leg. You should never push any stretch to the point of pain. It's not no pain, no gain, right? So, hold there. And then stretch that left leg back up. Take your strap off. And then really stretch that left leg. Lengthen that leg all the way down to the floor. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. Hopefully it feels as long as the other one. All right, now you're gonna go happy baby pose. So bring both legs up, give a little rock. Then grab the pinky side of your foot, pull both knees down into your armpits. And what I'd like you to do is take your thumb and put it right in between your pinky toe and that fourth toe. Create a little space there. All right. A little easier way is to grab on the inside, maybe your heels, if your flexibility is a little more limited. And then let's be happy babies. Rock a little bit. So you're stretching your low back out. You're stretching your inner thigh and groin. Good. Now, take the legs and wrap them. Right leg on top, left leg on the bottom. Right leg on top, left leg on the bottom. Now, let's do a little core. Curl your head and shoulders up off the mat. Reach those arms. Okay, engage those abs. Now, grab your feet. So, either your shins, your ankles, or your toes. Pull down with the feet and pull slightly out with the feet. Then lay your head down. Woo. You should feel this in your right outer hip and thigh, your right buttock. Now check your shoulders. Are they popped off the mat or are they relatively relaxed, hopefully? All right, take one more breath, blow it out. Crisscross, other leg, left on top, right behind. Curl your head up, engage your abs, do a little crunch, tighten those legs up, okay? Grab your toes, your ankles, your shins, wherever you can grab. Pull those heels down, tether your heels to your tush, and then pull slightly out east to west, down and out. Head down. Ah, there we go. So now you should feel more stretch on your left side. Not always though, depending on where your tightness in your body is, but typically. Breathe into that tightness. Feel your exhale breath go into that left glute cheek, loosening everything up. And then one more breath there. And then exhale. Unpretzel, unwind. Take your feet as wide as your mat and you're going to do some windshield wipers. So take the both knees to the side, side. And then hold it to the side. Now the legs are to the left, so we're all on the same page. Both knees facing left. Take your left foot and rest it on top of your right thigh. Gently pull down so you feel a stretch in your TFL, your hip pointer muscle, right? Part of your IT band. So your left foot is gently pulling the right knee down, and the right knee is fighting just a little bit. Your right knee's trying to push up. Nice stretch there in that hip point. Take a deep breath, release, and let's go back to windshield wiper legs. So go to the right, the left, to the right, to the left, and back to the right. Stay there, both knees pointing right. Take your right foot, rest it on top of your left thigh. Gently pull the left knee down to the floor, and the left knee says, no, I want to push up, so that you feel a little more intensity in that hip pointer stretch. And that stretch can go all the way up to your abs and your ribs on some of you if you're tight. And then release it. Good. And then let both knees come together. Feet are wide, knees together, very restorative pose. Close your eyes. Hands on your stomach or just out to the side, and take 3 deep breaths. And 2. Blow it out. 1 more breath, everyone. Pull your knees into your chest, rock yourself up. All right, so now what I'd like you to get is your bolster, whatever your bolster is. So mine is another mat. It can be a big towel that you've rolled up, or if you have a foam roller, if you're lucky to have a foam roller, grab that, put it behind your knees. All right, feet as wide as your mat. So again, restorative pose, we're in flexion. So lift up tall, inhale, exhale, forward fold. And you're gonna hang here. So you're working your back body right now. So your body's in flexion, your spine is in flexion. You should feel this in your calves, maybe the back of your knees, your hamstrings, your glutes, your low back, across the shoulders, pretty much everywhere in your back muscles, okay? If you don't feel it in all those places, that's okay. Wherever you're tightest is where you're gonna feel it the most. But just hang there and breathe. One more breath. And then slowly make your way up. Stack yourself up tall. Nice. All right, so now we got to work the front body. We just worked the back body, so now the front body. So again, your bolster or your mat, and it's gonna go about where your sports bra is, ladies. Guys, where you would probably have a heart rate monitor strap, okay? So it's not on top of your shoulder blades, it's right at the ridge, right at the bottom. So I'm gonna put that right there, okay? Now, a little modified Supta Baddha Konasana. So, bottoms of your feet together, knees open, okay? Hands behind your head, or you can put a block behind your head. So you can be here with a block or a ball, hands behind your head, or letting your head fall back. So you've got options. With your head back all the way, that's the most intense. And again, if that bothers you at all, put the block underneath your head. Where did my block go? There it is. Okay, modification there. So, what are you feeling? Inner thigh and groin with the feet together. You should feel the inner thighs and groin. Definitely across the chest, into the armpits. And if your head and neck are back on the floor, the neck muscles, your masticators, your chewing muscles. So let's hold it here for 2 more breaths, opening up the front body. And 1 more breath. And now fold your knees together, give them a squeeze. Place your hands behind your head, curl your head up. Nice and easy. Grab your thighs and come up. Beautiful. All right, so now we're gonna go into some low lunges. So you need your blocks again, if you have them, or books, or whatever your makeshift blocks are. And if you don't have them, that's okay too. All right, so we're gonna start downward facing dog. I said we'd have minimal, and so here's your one. So come to all fours, tuck your toes under, press up, and hold. So widen those palms. Feel like the right hand is spinning a mason jar to the right. Your left hand is trying to open a mason jar to the left. Feel that energy of trying to spin the hands. Try to press the heels down, even if they don't touch the floor. Let them feel like they're reaching. And then lift your sits bones up. So rotate your pelvis so it's arched just a little bit up. And now lift your right leg up. Reach it, three-legged dog, and then swing halfway through into a plank pose. Now here's your abdominal work. Lift your right shin up off the mat. Curl into a little bit of a cat. This is what helps you get your leg through. So curl up into that cat. Take your leg down. Lengthen everything. Push back through the heel. Lengthen through the crown of your head. And then let the back knee drop. Okay, if your knees are cranky, tuck your mat under or put a towel there. Okay? So now what you're going to do, take your right foot to the side. It's at an angle. Okay? It's open. I'm rolling onto the pinky side of my foot. So you can be on your blocks or your hands can be down. Okay, your choice. So here's our stretch. Now, talk about this, firm up your booty. I know you forgot about it. I did too for a second, so we got to remind ourselves. Left hip up, left booty tight. Okay, makes a big difference that you're stretching more psoas and not just hanging out in your low back, loading it up. Okay, so here, option one. Here, option two. A little harder. See, option three. Get your forehead to the floor. I am not at option three. I'm an option two gal. So, there we go. Breathing. And again, find your tightness. Where is your tightness? Breathe into that tightness. Feel it kind of expand like a jellyfish. Opening and closing. Or a balloon, that's a better analogy, right? The balloon expands and then it deflates. All right, one more breath. And then come up. Bring that leg back to the center. Okay, so line it up, knee over your heel. And we're holding here. Okay. Organize. Now lift the arms. Now you're going to twist to your right. And then back up. Taller, taller, taller. Exhale, twist to your right. And up one more time, everybody. Twist. Now, you can rest your left hand there and just reach. There's your option, okay? Option to grab that back foot. So again, if your knee is bothering you, put towels under it. Hold there. One more breath. Release. And then step back. And then downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Lift your left leg up. Now come to plank. Okay, engage your abs. Pull your left shin up, round your back into cat, and then step forward. All right? So that's a whole nother class. The way you come through like that really helps you place that foot forward. Because a lot of times we don't lift ourselves up enough. We don't cat enough to swing that leg forward. But like I said, that's a whole nother class. Okay, so knee is at an angle, turned out slightly, right? Untuck that back foot. There we go. Option 1. Option 2. Option 3, get down lower. So, as I said, I'm option 2. And you should never be concerned about what your neighbor is doing, right? Only be concerned about what your body needs right then at that moment and honor that. Always honoring that. All right, hold here. So you're feeling this in your hamstring maybe, yeah? Inner thigh, groin, yes. Back leg, right hip flexor. All of those. Good, then bring it up. Lose your block. Take that leg to the middle, okay? Organize, pull the right hip bone up, firm up the right glute, arms up, twist to your left. Yeah, and then up. And exhale, twist, rotate. Look back behind you, one more time. Option to stay there. Bring your hand down. So you can hold this, okay? Or grab. And then roll that shoulder back, open up the chin and chest, hold that. Towel underneath your knee or doubling your mat up is always good. Now, firm up your right glute. I can't say that enough, you guys. That is my soapbox. Pull your right hip bone up, squeeze your right glute. Anytime you're in a lunge position, helps protect your low back. All right, so release. Now we're gonna go pigeon stretch. Release it. Step back, downward facing dog. All right, here we go. Right leg up. Swing through. Now here we go. Pause in your plank. Lift your right shin up. Dome up your spine like cat. Little bit more. Squeeze those abs and then bring that leg into pigeon stretch. Ta-da. Yes. Okay, options. Block. You can put it under your right hip, right booty to alleviate some pressure or some strain. Flex your right foot. That takes pressure off your knee. Now lengthen. Lengthen that back leg. Okay, where are we feeling this? Right butt cheek, yes. Option 1. 2, 3, 4. Pick one. And breathe into it. Allow that deepening of the breath to go right into the glute where it's tight. Really, really feel it. And then once more, make your way up. So I call these little table tents, right? You're on your fingertips, little table tents. Now roll your shoulders back, lift your chest up. Guess what I'm gonna say? Yeah, pull your left hip up, squeeze your left butt. Woo, yeah. Okay, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Okay, one more leg, let's do it. Left leg up. Okay, here we go. Plank, pull your left shin up. Dome up your spine. Round your back into that cat. Boom. Pigeon. Excellent. Okay, props. You may want to put a towel or a block underneath your left hip. Lengthen that right leg back. Okay, 1, 2, 3, Pick one. And we breathe into it. I'm trying to keep a tidy workspace, right? Tidy and clean. And then we find one more breath. Come up to your table tent fingers. Nice strong fingers. Lift the chin, lift the chest, pull the right hip bone up, squeeze the right bottom. Good. Tuck that back toe under. Find yourself your downward facing dog. Five breaths here. So feel your right hand like it's spinning a jar open to the right, left hand spinning that jar open to the left. So the arms are basically externally rotating out. And then come to your toes. Stick your tush up in the air just a little bit more. Lift your sits bones nice and high, and then drop your heels as much as they will go. And then find your knees. Widen your knees and find child's pose. Nice. All right, one more breath, and then you're going to come to a seated position. You need your blocks. Okay? All right, how we doing? Good? Excellent. Take your legs out. Okay? So not too wide. Tight people, hamstrings tight, sit on a block, right? Or a bolster, or cushion, whatever you have. So that way you're not slumped. Lifting yourself up helps you elongate your spine, which helps open your ribs and your lungs and helps you breathe better and feel better and all of that. It's a chain effect, right? So if you need that, sit on it. Okay, so we're going to stretch our side body. For you that are tighter in your hamstrings, the back of your legs, you want to sit on a block or a bolster. That's going to really help and make the exercise way more comfortable. Elongate your spine, open up your ribs, and help your breathing. So, first of all, take your hands behind your head. Either you're sitting on your block or not. Left leg folded in front, flex your foot. That helps protect your knee. And then inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, bend to your right, find your block. Okay? Now, if you don't have a block, you probably need a lot of stack of books, right? Some big old books, stack them up. And then open that left elbow. So you're opening up your armpit area. And then come back up. So we're going to go there, and then we're going to go just a little bit lower. If you feel like you can go a little bit lower, flip your block the other way, but I'm going to go middle. We're going to call that junior. And then bend. Find your elbow on the block and let it rest there. Open that top elbow up and then come back up. All right, now you have choices. We're going to hold it for 5 breaths. So, do you want mama bear, daddy bear, mama bear, baby bear? I'm going to go tall, okay? So, nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, you're resting your elbow. Your top elbow, you're opening up. Now, press your head back slightly. Elongate through the crown of your head, and you're holding here. And you're wondering, Heather, where should I be feeling this? Well, left armpit, because you're trying to open that arm. The whole left side of your waist and your ribs, you should feel a stretch and a lengthening and an opening. Your left hip area, groin area, your right hamstring, back of your right leg. So lots of areas. And my guess is maybe one more breath and we'll call that 5 breaths. And then up you go. Oh my goodness, yes. Now take both blocks. Again, decide how high you want them. Inhale up, twist. Come forward, rest your forearms on the blocks. And then shrug your shoulders back and down. Eyes up, chin up, chest up. So for you people that are tight in your hips, you're gonna feel this on the left side, your glute side, right through there. For you guys that are more tight in your hamstrings, you're gonna feel this in the right leg hamstring. Both are correct. Now reach up, unwind, and now we're gonna do all of that on the other side. I know, so exciting. So right leg in, flex the foot. Safety first, always protect the knee by flexing the foot. Sit on a block if you need that support. Hands behind your head, get tall, pull your neck up nice and tall and long. Exhale to the side. So by now, we're not gonna, well, we should. We should test both sides because they are different. Pull the right elbow up. Notice how that feels. Can you hold it there for 5 breaths? And then let's check one more position. A little more challenging and see how that feels. So side bend over, find your block or your books. Open that top elbow. So again, never ever should your stretch be painful or pinching, okay? You're not trying to work through that. So decide where your block gets to be for the next 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. And then we rest there. Open that top elbow, opening up the armpit area, the rotator cuff part of it. And then breathing, feeling the stretch in the side of the ribs, the right side of your hip and glute and waist and groin. And then come up. Excellent. All right, take your blocks. Now you're gonna rotate your torso towards that extended leg. Lift your arms up, inhale. Exhale, come forward, reach. And then rest your forearms on your blocks. They can be high or low. Chin up, chest up. And again, people that are tighter in their hips typically feel it in the right side. Typically, hamstring people feel it in the back of the thigh there. You may feel it both. And breathe. One more breath, everybody. And breathe. Reach out. Unwind. Beautiful. Okay, so 2 more. We have bridge and we have a shoulder one, but let's do the shoulder one, then we'll do bridge. So I love this, love this, love this. This is a great stretch for your shoulder girdle. It doesn't get stretched this way very often. So take your right hand. You're gonna put it about in the middle of your shoulder blades. Lie down. Okay? So right hand, right in the middle of your shoulder blades. If you have any injuries like rotator cuff, this is probably as far as you want to go. You may even want to bring your hand down a little lower on your back and hold there. If your shoulders are good, pull your knees to your chest, drop them to the right. Okay, there's 4 parts to this. That's 2. So the first one, hand under your back. Second one, knees to the right. Third part, turn, pick your head up and turn it to the right as much as you can. Okay, all good? All clear? Then the left hand comes over and touches the floor or grabs your shoulder. If any of those cause pain or pinching, back off on one of them. Take your hand away, the head away, the knees away. And I'm going to tell you, this is not a feel-good stretch. It's not a warm and fuzzy stretch. It's one of those ones that is not painful, but is really good for you. Good for your rotator cuff. One more breath. Again, no pinching or pain, but it's not a warm and fuzzy stretch. Bring everything back. Take your hand out and then lengthen it. Lengthen. And my right hand is longer than my left. So let's do the same on the left. Put it underneath, right in between your shoulder blades or as high up as it will go. Palm down, sit on your hand. Okay, part 1. Part 2, knees in, drop them to the left. So left hand, left knee, pick your head up, turn it to the left, Pick your right arm up, bring it over to the left. All right, there you go. There's 4 parts. Peel the layers away as needed, or keep them all there. And you're going to notice a huge difference in right and left shoulders, is my guess. Especially if you're right or left-handed, you're going to feel one side more. All right, unwind. Take your hand out, lengthen both arms. Hopefully they're both the same length now. Beautiful, and let's go right up into bridge. So hips up, open up those hip flexors, and then roll your right shoulder under, roll your left shoulder under, clasp your hands, chin up. And this is considered a back bend. This is considered extension. Okay, a lot of people don't consider this a back bend. It is. It's your starter back bend. Just like you have a starter home, this is your starter back bend. And then release and roll down. Hug your knees into your chest. Curl your head up, squeeze everything tightly, and then lengthen your left leg out. My favorite part, probably your favorite part, Shavasana. So again, roll those shoulders back, palms up. Just let everything sink into the mat. Shavasana, also known as corpse pose. Become aware of your breath. Let it deepen. Let your focus just hone in on the inhale and exhale of the breath and nothing else. When you feel thoughts starting to swirl around, just notice that you're thinking and bring your focus back to your breath. Let the thoughts come and go, continuing to bring the focus back to your breath. And I'm going to have you stay here for just a little while longer. If you have to get up and go somewhere, roll onto your side and come sitting up. If you have time to stay in Shavasana, please do. Otherwise, coming up, hands resting on your thighs, elongate your spine. Take an inhale. Hands in front of heart. Completely exhale. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. Namaste.